Somebody told me that I act like we don't need God. I act like people don't need God. That's not what I'm saying. Understand this. The word says, as long as the earth remains, as long as there is an earth, that seed time, harvest time, cold and hot, day and night, summer and winter, these things will not stop. We need to understand that God set these things up a long time ago. Do you think God is speaking, telling the sun to come up every day? No. He set it up a long time ago, and it's going to keep happening. And there's nothing you can do about it. Do you think God tells the moon to come out at night? No. He set it up a long time ago, and it's going to keep happening, and there's nothing you can do about it. Do you think God changes the seasons? No. He set it up a long time ago, and there is nothing you can do about it. Do you think God this is a good one. Do you think God is going to do everything for you? You don't have to speak anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to believe anything. No. You got to do all of those things because God set it up a long time ago, and it's going to be like that as long as time remains. It's in Scripture. It's throughout the Bible. Throughout the Bible. I just choose to operate in the system that God set up for us to live by. If we really understand what Jesus taught, if we really read and understand what Jesus was trying to explain to his disciples and to us, you would get this. Jesus said, if you have the faith as a grain of mustard seed, you would speak to the mountain and tell it to be removed, and it will remove. Then he said, nothing shall be impossible unto you. Now we know that nothing is impossible with God. He said, nothing shall be impossible unto you. So why don't we believe that? I believe it, and I choose to operate in it. In another scripture, Jesus talking to them about the mountain, He said, if you believe and don't doubt in your heart, you will have whatever you say. So I don't really understand why for years we tried to pass everything back off on God. No, God is going to do his part. We have to do our part. So no, I'm not saying we don't need God. I'm saying we need to step up and do what God told us to do in his word. God is going to honor our faith and our obedience to obey his word. That's when you will really see the results of your faith. You will really see the results of operating in God's system. When you believe like he said believe. When you speak things like he said for us to speak things. I think some people refuse to operate in faith, refuse to operate in this world, the world that God set up. So they'll basically make up any excuse to try to talk their self out of operating in God's system, in God's plan. So that is part 5. And we're going to deal with the same subject a little bit deeper in the next part. Y'all be blessed.